All right, guys, how you doing? How you doing? It's getting cold. Make sure you get your stew in you. All right, guys. So basically, what I want to explain and go over in this video is how I view the market. This is how I want you guys, for all the beginners, to think about: how does the market work? What's market structure? Where does it start out? Well, I'm going to answer these questions right now. So every day at 5 p.m. when there's a new session, a new set of VWAP bands appear, guys. You see these little baby VWAP bands? They're starting to grow. Okay. I want you to know that these ones from the previous trading session, look how big they grew. Oh no, I moved that line. Look at how big they grew. But look, let's find out where they started. And we're going to have a little story about how the market works. Look, see, little baby, he started right here, the little baby. All right, guys, listen. At the time a new set of VWAP bands appears, there are 5 total VWAP bands. Middle VWAP, the starting line, okay? So this is a race. The 2 upper VWAP bands, the 2 lower VWAP bands. This is how I want you to view the market. The market is a race. Think of each session like a race. The race starts at the middle VWAP, right here, the blue one, right here in the middle. Boom, starts. Price runs up or down. The goal is to see how far price can go before it gets stopped. Who wins? Top. If you get to the very top of these outer bands, then the bulls win. If you get to these bottom ones, then the bears win. The VWAP bands in between are like roadblocks. These purple ones, they're like roadblocks, guys. They can slow price, they can cause bounces, they can stop and move, make it move in the opposite direction. Now check this out. Yesterday's VWAP bands equals old fences, old barriers, or old magnets, concrete floors. However, concrete floors and ceilings that have magnets. Think of them like that. So if we get up, if we're looking at the previous day VWAP bands, okay, look, this is a barrier. So the minute we got above it, what do? We want to trend all the way to this here, magnetize, trend all the way. So even though it's a new day over here on this side, we're still in reference to these ones from the previous day. So it's trying to trend all the way back up here and get magnetized. Okay. So think of it like that. Inside yesterday's VWAP bands, the price moves slow and choppy. Outside yesterday's bands is open space. When the price breaks and holds outside yesterday's bands, the roadblocks are gone. Stops get in, price can squeeze and move faster. Okay, so these are the most outer roadblocks, okay? And that's why I make these blue lines here, because the minute you get outside of these roadblocks and the price gets down here, you squeeze and the price can just drop and fall really quickly. And same thing when you get up here, you can start to move really quick up out of those boxes, guys. Okay, in that direction. Slow market versus fast market. Slow market price inside yesterday's VWAP's range. VWAP bands respected, best for small, quick trades. So getting into trades around here for a quick sell, 10, 15 points, pretty much happens all the time, as you can see. When we come, boom, we hit, drop, hit, drop, hit, drop. You can take advantage of those sniper trades, I call them, because they're trades that you don't want to hold for a long period of time. You're just in and out of those. If price moves against you, you know, X amount of points, then yeah, you're out. Most importantly, guys, always keep in mind, okay, when you're trading, the higher time frame. So what we want to do in this situation is come to the 15-minute, a little bit higher. But as you notice, we have been in this downtrend here, guys. Okay, downtrend, downtrend, downtrend. So everything's pretty much been, you know, selling. Even more than that. January 12th to the 1 hour. We'll say for this short-term period since January 12th, but overall we've been pretty much in a down market here since October, from what I see here, guys. So keep that in mind when you're trading, because if trend is down and you're getting these huge, you know, pumps, just know, you know, have in the back of your mind, you know, what area are they going to start selling and reach resistance and reach a resistance level. So that's why it is important to map out your resistance levels. And if you look at today, I believe on the 15-minute, I think it was, there it is, on the hourly chart, guys, you can see where did we finally hit this resistance right here on this yellow 200 EMA. Okay, so with a day in movement like this, definitely you want to get it to about the hour range to start looking, you know, where you can start hitting some barriers, and then start checking, you know, back here January 16th, you know, where the next key resistance level is. And so once we blew past this gap right here, this was a huge gap down, you know, we had some room to run. So keep that in mind. So right now, as the market stands today, we're almost bullish on the hourly, but on all the other time frames, we are bullish. So you go to 30-minute, we just cracked over the 200, and we've been down underneath it for a little while here, the 14th. Okay, so we just cracked up above it. So what does that mean? We can hold around this area, guys. We don't want to go lower than here. That's why I have this blue line right here. Because we drop here, underneath here, we're going to come all the way back down into this area, you know, these areas, depending on what time we do it for that bounce. Otherwise, this is free fall. Okay. So, it's always good to have the higher time frame. So when you're trading, you know, smaller time frame, you can figure out, okay, so right now we are bullish. So this would be actually good buy levels, 25,461, you know, right around here on this. I think this is an order block, or the fancy terms that they use. But yeah, this is, you know, definitely a key level to start looking for some support to form to, you know, possibly enter a trade right here if it holds and stays above this yellow line. Okay, guys, so right now we are bullish. If we do get under this area tonight or tomorrow, 25,426, I'll be looking for definitely some sells, some sniper sells, and, you know, see if it comes back and retest to, you know, hold a little bit longer and, you know, ride it down into these lower areas. You know, as long as we don't get back above, you know, this 200, on the 30-minute time frame, you should be good to just hold all the way down there like so, guys. And these are going to be some good key points of interest coming up soon on the 30-minute. And also just based on this pattern, this is looking like it's just going to just keep flying up here, looking super bullish. So a good tag would be and just boom, write it up and just start blowing past through all these levels pretty quickly. These levels will definitely be some hesitation, but I know, like say we get up to this red line, I know for sure if we go above this red line, we're probably going to cruise up into here pretty quickly. Okay, these middle points are just roadblocks, like I was saying a little bit earlier. They're just a little bit of roadblock. They could deter, but most likely, you'll keep blowing, and at each of these roadblocks, I'll be on the lookout, or you'll be on the lookout for turnaround. Okay, so that is the trading idea and plan. If you have any questions, I hope I was a little bit more clear and concise on the mechanics of trading. But that's how I see the market. Is every day you start out with the little baby VWAPs, and then they grow, and you figure out who's going to win the battle. Okay, because it starts here, babies, and then these guys get grown, and they just start fighting, just whipping around. Okay, and then I'm going to make another video about trend lines and all that. It's very important to know. But if you see, and I saw this clearly today about 1 o'clock, right before Trump announced that, all the fugazi on the tariffs or whatever. So that blew up the market. So I think he announced that at 127. Look, 126. You 120. Boom! That is so funny. That is so funny. Yeah, make sure you're watching Trump when he tweets. Like knowing that and looking at this pattern and seeing this trend and then seeing that tweet, if you're tracking all those things at the same time, boom, 36 contracts could have made you $136,000 on this trade right here. Probably more. But I think no, $136,000 right here at this point. So this was 25,472. And then you go all the way up. Wow. So it's good to be in quick ear to what Trump has to say, especially if he's meeting in Davos and market things are going on with the economy and stuff like that. It's always really good to keep a really good eye on when you're trading, or if you're trading at that time. Okay, guys, so that was definitely key in this last kind of run up, and I think it's gonna be key in the continuation of this run up right now, as long as we hold above. If y'all guys want to know that, let me look at the exact level. But yeah, as long as we're holding right here above that blue line, and we zoom in a little bit closer. But here, we want to be holding above here, guys. As long as we're holding above this blue line, we should be good to keep zooming up. Okay. All right. Well, I hope that helped. Subscribe, like if you made it this far. Thank you.